everyone, it's Witchy Stitchers.
I'm Charlene.
I'm Morgan.
We are here today for our last video before somebody goes back to college. We are on video number 94, and today is the 14th.
That means we're gonna hit 100 this summer.
I know, isn't that cool?
Crazy.
We might have to
We might have to do something for our lovely followers.
I'm just going to write down my thoughts and show them on the screen because apparently I can't talk today. Holy cow. Okay, we have lots to show, but we've got a really busy afternoon to get her ready to fly away.
I don't want to.
No. So, is it okay?
Yeah?
Okay, it looks, I see that shadow? It looks like I've got a black eye.
No, you're fine. I mean, mine's doing it too, but it's just the light hitting us.
Wow, because that just is annoying as... Oh my gosh. Okay, that's creepy. All right, it's not a black eye, guys. Trust me.
Our blinds are open over here, and the way the sun is hitting the deck, it is beaming right into here, and it's throwing everything.
Yeah, because look at this. It looks like I've got a shiner.
Yeah, I do too.
Weird. Okay, well, we came to you for makeup tips and black eyes, guys. All right, first thing I want to show you guys. So, you guys know that I'm the team dinner coordinator for Dalton's football team. And one of my moms, who I had made, I swear I turned that down.
I was about to say, excuse me?
I had made the nurse cross stitch this fall. I think I showed, oh my gosh, we forgot the finishes in my bedroom.
Keep talking, I'll grab them.
Okay, all right, sorry.
If I can get out.
If you can get out, if Jinxie will let you out. So anyway, I had made her that cross stitch. Well, she, unbeknownst to me, had also got me a really awesome Christmas present. So Lori, if you're watching, thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing. So she knows that I am a huge writer and I love anything pin related. So you are so awesome. And then she bought me these, they're so fun, these fun little note cards. And some of them, so you are so cool. This one's my favorite, Birch Please. I
know I'm going to get one of those in my packages.
You're going to get one of them. So, well, you might get Hey Girlfriend. So anyway, Lori, thank you so much. I love them. They're amazing. So, do we want to show our finishes and get that done and get it out of the way?
Yeah, do you want me to show mine and then we can just show all yours?
Yes, so let's go ahead and do our finishes first and then we'll show our whips.
So this has been languishing in the box since May 1st of 20. And again, it was a mania start because it had the sticky note on it.
Sticky notes are a thing.
They are, so this is finally done.
Yay!
I completed the sun and all the back stitch. This piece turned out to be a real bear because I messed up her dress, which messed up the dolphin, which messed up her.
Nope.
It was a vicious cycle, not to mention the fact that I did a color conversion to fancy floss. I'm not going to do that again. Unless
but you did a really
good
job.
And it's meant to depict me, which I think it does.
It does. Super cute.
I love it. I don't know how I'm going to frame it, but it's done. So, and we pulled off, okay, we were terrified. So I had stains around here from my hoop. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if my hoops were dirty or something, but we managed to take stain stick and cold water it. The floss did not bleed, and I got the stains out. I was so happy. I was terrified it was going to bleed because her skin, I think I used Chablis, yes, which is just a really pale skin tone.
Yeah. And
so it's like, oh, please don't bleed, don't ruin this. But it didn't, and I'm really happy. So, and also, I hate my French knots, so I did a bead for my dolphin's eye.
She does really well for French knots.
I hate them. I think they look sloppy.
Whatever. All right, so I had to finish last night, which is my third one for the year. So I have 64 more to go this year to make my goal.
I have 20.
I have a black eye and I have goofy hair today.
I have 24 more to go.
24 more to go. We're on this. So I finished my daffodil egg, and I did not grab the other 3. So this is a series of 4 or a set of 4. And so she came up with this awesome idea, and I will show you on here. So don't judge my horrible drawing. I failed art class.
Those look like candy
to,
canes.
no,
or not candy canes, candy corns.
Kisses.
Oh,
so
yeah.
anyway, we're going to do all 4 of them, have a mat cut to fit all 4 of them, and then frame them accordingly. Obviously, it'll be a work in progress, but when I get it done and get it framed, get it the mat cut and everything, I will be posting it on our Facebook page, which, by the way, is up over 1,000 people.
That is crazy.
So, you know, and why those same people are not on our video.
Our video and our Instagram, because
they're basically at 500 and something.
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe people on Facebook like us, and maybe people in the other 2 worlds don't.
We are a lot.
We are a lot. We are a lot to handle. So anyway, I finally got this one done, and this one was a start from also.
I forgot sugar.
From May. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I'll stick my finger in it. Oh, that's salt.
that's the wrong one.
So anyway, it's done. So I have a finish too. So okay.
You have another finish.
I know, but you need to go.
Oh, I do.
Because you have more than I do.
Well, I need to talk about this.
Oh, okay, we'll talk about that.
Okay. Mary, please do not have a heart attack. So we all know that Mary, Mom, and I started the 100 owls together.
Yes.
And I put my 100 owls in for a challenge. And I was... Were you home? No, she was going to get Dad. And yes. I'm stitching along, and I'm looking at my color palette, and I'm just like, this ain't happening. My initial fabric was this. I dyed it.
So let me give you guys an idea of what the color palette looks like, because I've used almost every color that's in the color palette in mine. So this green right here, which is also this green, which is also this green, which is the majority of greens throughout the picture.
Which I've stitched with, and I can show what the conundrum was if I can find it.
It's 3345, and it's dark. It's gorgeous, but it's dark. So we took mine out and used it as a comparison with, like I said, because I've used almost all the colors. I think there's 2 that I haven't touched yet. And there's also $37.99.
Yes, which is this little guy right here.
Yeah. And
we did
those 2 colors with her fabric, it was just, it just wasn't going to work. So and this is a picture of the whole thing.
Yeah, I got the whole thing out.
And you guys can still get this. And in fact, there's actually several. This is a freebie on Al Forst Embroidery's website that you can get. And we both printed out the whole thing. We were going to share the pattern, you know, conserve on paper and whatnot. And it just...
It was not working.
We stitched so differently, going, you know, one of us goes up, one of us goes across, blah, blah, blah. And I'm so much further ahead than she is now, because I've put this into my own challenge, that it was just better for us to print us both out a copy. And then before her conundrum happened, she was going to take it back to college with her to work on it. But
So, like I said, this fabric, I adore this. It is hella rough. Like, the dye did not... What's wrong?
Nothing. Dad made it.
The fabric is not friendly. We washed this, and normally a good washing softens everything up. It did not, so... And I think it's honestly, A, the type of fabric, and B, its tiny count. Any tiny count I've ever dyed and washed has gotten a little unhappy.
Yeah.
So...
But it's a gorgeous piece.
We're talking about long dogs. I could cut this and do...
I think
quirkies.
A long dog on this in like 524 or 3752. A light
color
not
that's
necessarily
gonna pop.
white, but something lighter that's really going to stand up on this is going to be stunning.
Yeah. So
and it's a big chunk.
It is,
too.
and I'm not getting rid of it because I dyed it. It's beautiful, and I can reuse it.
Yeah.
My new fabric, and also, Mary, this is why I said I don't have a heart attack. I'm going to restart this next year. I thought about doing it that night. I am mad at myself, so I need to step away from it. But this is my new fabric.
So pretty.
So it is greener than Mom's, but it is very marbled. It is very beautiful, and it is light.
It's not as light as mine. You can see mine is
Mom's
more of a...
minty.
or a sea foam even.
Yeah, and mine is grass. I actually use
Kelly green.
Kelly green, and then I tossed some coffee in there because coffee.
It's gorgeous.
And then it turned out it was more green than my coffee cup.
Yeah. It was almost lime green. It was, really cool.
And I put some bleach in there and let the water do its thing. And this is what we came out with.
See, my only complaint with mine is that it is light enough that, so this white owl, and I finished it was one day this week, it is light. You have trouble seeing the white on there. So I think that will be beneficial for her, because not only will her darks pop, but it will also be just dark enough.
Mm-hmm. And if I make sure, there's a corner on there that is darker than the other corners. I think it's just how it laid in the water and definitely how I dyed it.
Right.
But if I put that in my starting corner, that owl should pop on it.
Well, and the if you start in that upper left-hand corner, he's 3743, I believe.
Yeah, so it definitely is going to have the darker. Yeah. But I'm not worried about it. I'm happy with it. So, and it's a little bit softer than the other fabric. So
it's a lot softer than the other fabric. Yeah. But again, it's a different in
well, so just a difference in, yeah, because I think the other one was an 18 or a 20.
Yeah.
This one is a 16.
Yeah. All right, my other finish, and I don't remember what day I finished this one. It was this week.
Tuesday?
Was it Tuesday? I don't know. So anyway, this was my second finish for the year. This one is We Went
Autumn.
Yeah, We Went Autumn. So got him done, and I have no idea how I'm going to finish. So I have all of these except Winter and Halloween and the Quilter. Those are the 3 of the series that I'm missing, which I want to get so I can start them next year. I have started spring and summer.
And you had the coffee one.
And I also have coffee, and I also have the St. Patrick's Day one. So, but I want to get those others to have so I can start them next year, so I can have the whole set. I was going to frame them, but I did them all on different count because I just grabbed. So I don't know. We talked about maybe just taking, coordinating fabric, so like autumn, get some leaves or some such, and just do a little quilted wall hanging. I want to get Valentine's Day done before the holiday so I can get it hung up too. So that'll kind of give me a better idea how I want to finish them. Yeah. I've got some really pretty shiny red heart fabric that I think that would really...
Yeah, would look good with it.
Because she had dyed me a piece of pink that I used for that fabric.
That's right, I did. It was a sink dye, I think.
I don't remember. I just know that the fabrics are great on it. So, but that was my second finish for the year. So again, I have 64. You have 24. So
yes, because I had my final start of what I was going to do this week. Yeah. So you have more stuff to show. I do. So go ahead and hand them here. So these are projects that I finished last fall, but I finally got them framed. I think this is a heart and hand. I'm not sure. But it's all specialty thread. And then these are not the called for buttons, but I had got like a tube of pink and white buttons at Walmart, and red. It was a Valentine's thing. Several years ago. Box of chocolates. Yeah. And so I just pulled out 3 of the pink ones and threw them on there. So that one's done. And this is my Be Ye Kind sampler. It's from a 1992, oh my god, country stitching. I can see the magazine. Yeah. Anyway, and this was a piece of fabric that you dyed. Yeah, it was a box dye. I can't remember what the color was though. I don't know. Tan? Was it tan? I don't know. Anyway, I got it done and I got it framed, and I was so happy that we found these tall skinny frames at Hobby Lobby. So in finding them now, I can also get a frame for the star one that I showed you guys last week. So, okay. This is like my new favorite finish ever. Even over this one? No. Check out my Van Gogh. Isn't it gorgeous?
I'm so happy. I'm so in love with the way it turned out. And I think I'm going to rearrange this wall up here because Van Gogh, so see the leaf and the postcard? So Van Gogh's Starry Night is right up above that. I think I'm going to rearrange the walls and put this somewhere in the proximity. I told these guys that I'm going to end up having a Van Gogh wall the way I'm going. But I have a new obsession now. So I can't remember the name of the website, but she found it on Etsy. And she basically typed
like
in
unicorn designs. That's who she did it, yeah.
And she essentially typed in like, what was it, organ, heart,
Van Gogh. No, I typed in Van Gogh heart cross stitch.
Anyway, and it pulled up this website that has all of these organs on it. And I know to some people that's a little creepy and it's very macabre and disturbing, yes. But for me, it's really cool. I enjoy that kind of stuff. And not in a freaky, creepy, Nightmare on Elm Street kind of way. I just think that our bodies are beautiful, especially the way our bodies work. And so
I like the story that falls behind two hearts. Because when you put them together, that's how you get this shape. But normally it's just
a blob.
The one half. Yeah.
But when you put them together, then you have the heart. So anyway, she found me, I know for sure she bought me 3.
I bought you 3,
but there's a whole bunch more.
There's roses. I don't know.
I cannot wait to start them next year. But they also had lungs, and they had the brain. And
she had
would
a
never do this
rib
one,
cage
but
also.
She had the rib cage. They had the fallopian tubes, which that's not something I want on my wall, but it was still really cool. And then there was something else that they had. It was the skulls. They had the different candy skulls too.
I would do the skulls.
Yeah, the skulls were really neat. There were several that had the different like flowers around the eye sockets.
The sugar skulls.
Yeah. It's a really neat website. So
she's an amazing designer. I have her unicorn that she did. I've ditched it. I might go back to it, but I have a design from her.
Yeah, she's really cool. So anyway, here's my Van Gogh heart, and hopefully next year you guys will see more hearts. Okay, so Sarah, if you're watching, it's framed. So this pattern, I was inspired to start this pattern from Sarah at Stitching Mommy. She made this for her aunt. Yeah, it was for her aunt. And there's a long story behind irises and my dad, for those of you who have not been here before. My dad, and I grew up knowing these as flags, not irises, but as flags. And we had them growing wild all along our ditch bank along by our house. And he had dug up a whole bunch of the bulbs and he had taken them up and he had actually planted them on my mom's grave. And then the deer came in because apparently deer think irises are just, a delicacy. And anyway, irises have always had a correlation to my dad. And so I started this on his birthday no, it wasn't either on his birthday. It was in December of 26th of 20. And I was, like I said, I was really inspired to, ramp this up and get this done over the summer. Because my goal was to get it done in time to have it done for Christmas for my family. And I think I ended up getting it done in...
It was before
I left.
It
was in August or in September. It had to have been in August then. It's when I finally got it done.
No, I thought it was in July. I thought it was like right after my birthday you finished it.
I might have. I don't know. So anyway, it's done. I framed it. And I'm so in love with this piece. These are the ones, these gray blue ones are the ones that were on my mom's grave.
So these ones here, they plant on my college campus. Yeah. And there's a section by my dorm actually that they bloom first and they last the longest. Mm-hmm. Basically through finals week, and I always just... Yeah. I know what it is. So
anyway, there's my iris. So I got all these done. I didn't get them hung up this week while she was still home because we wanted to wait until we done our video so I could show them all. Also on our Instagram page and our Facebook page, which is the same name, Witchy Stitchers, there's a picture of my finished coffee, and I'm not going to take it down. It is a massive piece.
Don't you have the picture on your phone still?
Yes, I do actually.
She is massive, and we are not taking her down.
So she's got a heartstring
it's a
sampler.
Poco.
Oh yeah, she has a heartstring sampler, Quaker coffee Quaker in the middle, and then the Mill Hill around her, and then I had also saved the postage stamps because anybody who knows me knows I'm obsessed with writing letters and mail, and so we finally got it put together this week and got it hung up. So it's a huge piece. It completely fills this one corner.
There's
right
a
there.
wall between the living room and my bedroom.
Yeah.
And that's what it fills.
So anyway, those are our finishes. So
Okay.
all right, so do we want to do whips?
Yes.
You have more than I do, so you go first.
All right, epic.
Yes.
Okay, so this is also going to be a future plan, so you can go ahead and mark that off.
Oh, okay.
Last night I worked on Arctic Blast.
Yes.
Gosh,
This was a free release from Carolyn Manning, and I think it's still available on her website, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. But you can go to her
Facebook page.
Her Facebook page, and I think it was under files. I know for sure it's on her website. Stacy, the 911 Stitcher, had also posted a link to it too.
Yeah. So, totally irrational. Don't know where it's coming from. Actually, it's not irrational. It's very doable. I want to finish this year. Yeah. So last night I put in 150 stitches for a challenge.
I thought you said 119. You told me to remember that number.
And then I got it back out and finished stitching on it while
okay.
Shower.
Gotcha.
I would have gone and done more, but we were watching something last night that was very
intense.
I'm still stuck on that.
I dreamed about it last night. So we watched the last 2/3 of the menu. Ralph
oh no, I'm not talking about that one.
We're not talking
I was
about
working on this one when we were watching CSI.
Oh yeah, we're not even going to go there. But we watched the like I said, about the last 2/3 of the menu. And it's Ralph Fiennes and Nicholas Hoult and
I can't remember what they
Judith Light is in that one. Remember her? She was the mom from had Tony Danza in it. Totally blank.
I think
it was a show I watched when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Had Alyssa Milano in it. Oh my God, what was the name of that show?
No, I couldn't. I was not. I was working on this when we were watching it. It's CSI and
John Leguizamo was in the menu too. He's a dork.
I can't get past that one.
That one was pretty intense. And sadly, it happens.
I can't figure out how somebody could do that.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I put this into 2 or 3 challenges. 3 challenges, I think. Teresa Winsler's The Castle. And I mostly worked... May I borrow your assistance?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So I mostly worked down here. I had done a little bit up here in his wing, but the majority of this was I brought this part of his tail around, I worked on the rocks, and then I almost have his tail done. I'm getting into the real heavy quarter stitches and whatnot now, so we figured it out, including all the back stitch, because, I mean, Teresa Winsler, you can look at this, like, the back stitch is just insane. I figure I've got about 16,000 stitches left, which I have been wanting to finish this now for, well, since I started it, because obviously that's why I made it. But I would love to have this done this year. So I might put it into the challenges that I can. Both of us are in the Hobbit group. It's
I'm not.
What's it called? I thought you were.
Maybe I am.
I don't know. Anyway, it's Fandom Stitching on Facebook.
Actually, I think I might be. I'm just not participating right now.
Anyway, there were several challenges because it's the Hobbit, so and Smog, and the list goes on. But there's several ways that I can incorporate this into the challenges, which is great encouragement to get done. I just have to sit down and do it. And I need to do the back stitch, so I'm encouraged to want to do more, because the more back stitch gets done, the more you can see it coming to life, the more you want to get it finished. So anyway, we'll see.
Alright, so this was honestly the perfect piece for yesterday, because yesterday was Friday the 13th. But not much got done because we were watching The Relic.
That's a good movie. Tom Sizemore and what is her name?
Oh my gosh, she's in the shadow.
She's in Kindergarten Cop too. Penelope Miller.
Yes, her.
Yeah.
Anyway, appropriately for yesterday being Friday the 13th, and you know, the whole shebang.
Which it wasn't an unlucky day for some fool in Maine because they won the whole lottery thing.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
But this is where I'm at. This is said to be a finish this year, and after further stitching, I can have this done in a week. 2 weeks tops. There's a lot of back stitch in hem, as Stony Creek does.
It's a Stony Creek, yeah.
Creek, not creek. Does she have a mouse?
I don't know what she's got. She's got something. Bobby's over here like pouncing. She's such a dork.
The other night they had a board meeting that they went to, so Dalton and I were home alone playing Minecraft as we do, and
that one of them found the knit mouse.
Pearl found. So I bought some mice that are Velcro and you fill with just dry catnip. Pearl found the catnip mouse, and so the other cats wanted the mouse, and so I got the catnip out and was giving them the catnip. And
you know, when you leave your two teenage, early 20-year-old children home, you think, oh, they won't do drugs, they won't play with guns, knives. No, they enabled our cats with drugs. My children are drug dealers for their pets.
It's the most active Pearl has been since I got home.
I have failed as a mother.
No, you have
drug
not.
Dealers. All right, so
Ignore
I am
her.
keeping. I think they do. I think that's why we don't have as many followers.
I know they get tired of us talking about catnipping cats.
Sucks to be them.
Sucks
to suck. So,
no, I do not know where I picked that up, so don't ask.
I have a friend that says that all the time.
Do you?
It's just every time you say it, I'm like, oh my god, like I could.
Who is it?
Friends. We'll leave it at that. So, anyway, this is my 100 owls. I have put this into my 100-day challenge that I have created in my own little euphoric world that I live in. And it's going really well. I'm a day ahead.
She did show it earlier, but now she's showing.
So, but I got up a little bit earlier this morning before everybody got up, and I worked on, so I got my owl done for the day, and then I had thread left over from these branches. So I started in on this guy, and then I've also started on this guy. So when I get done with this one, I will literally be halfway done, halfway across the top.
Cool.
So I'm going to continue working on this one, an owl a day. And I think now that she's going to be going back to school, I think what I will do is, if I can incorporate it into challenges, is that I will definitely say, now instead of just doing an owl a day, that I will at least try to finish one motif, which, and you guys can see, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of greenery. This guy and this guy, I mean, they're just massive. So I want to stay on track, and I want to keep wrapping around my border, because on the days that are short like today, I have, if I can't get one of the bigger ones done, I have the little guys that I can go down and knock them out, so I stay on track. So yeah,
cool. So I don't have the pictures on my clipboard right now, and I need to remember to get that in my bag before I leave. But I got my Quakers completed through the 11th, I think.
Okay.
10th or the 11th.
Okay.
I was looking at the temperatures the other day. They've been getting snow, so I'm hoping I'll have the cold, pretty colors. I'm not really a huge fan of the cold out in Kansas, but I'm okay with it being cold for my temperatures.
Pick your poison, right?
Well, at least I'm not having a heart attack from heat. Because I'm sorry, when it's 7 a.m. and it's already 70 degrees, that is too much.
Yes. All right, so my next one, and I just worked on this one 2 days. I think
No, it was more than that, because you had it at the bus stop this week.
No, because he was only back in school Did he go to school all week this week?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. No, I only worked on it 2 days because the other 3 days, because
What did you work on when I got to see Berkman?
on the egg. Yeah.
I wasn't in the truck, so.
Anyway, I put this in with the Full Coverage Fanatics group to get it finished this year. And I think I was still right in here.
Yikes.
Because in fact, I'm positive I was just right in here.
Oh, that was such a cringy sound. Sorry, guys.
Maybe I worked over here. Shoot, I can't remember where I worked out. Anyway, I only put in like, I think maybe 200 stitches. It wasn't very much. But now that she's going back to school and now that I have gotten to the edge and to the bottom, I'm going to get brave and try my fix. So
You got this.
if I come to you in March in tears because I've ruined my emerald, you'll know I failed.
Doubtful.
So,
Right. All right, so I cannot resist. This piece is going to be finished this summer because I can finish a page in a week as long as there's not heavy stitches. Saying that, I'm looking at the poppy that is on this thing, and that is freaking massive. Anyway, I worked on Summer Quaker this week.
that's because size matters.
Literally, this little thing right here, she ain't little. This thing right here took me forever. There's so much counting, but anyway, I worked on my summer, and this is, good grief.
I think it's me.
No, actually it's me.
No, it was me.
Sorry guys, Dobby's chattering at some. There's not a bird.
There might be.
Anyway,
somewhere.
this is where I got to. I worked on the stem of, can you help?
So demanding.
I worked on this stem here, and then I worked on this filigree around this basket.
Beautiful.
And that was...
This is my favorite piece that you're working on.
I love this piece
Seriously.
so much. And this is
It's
like
my favorite.
the most friendly fabric to stitch on too.
You did a really good job on that one.
I thought this was a U-dye.
No, you did all of the ones for your Quakers.
Did I? I
Yes.
thought you dyed the fabric
No.
for this one.
I don't think
Or
so.
you helped me. I don't...
I might have helped you, but it wasn't
Not your creation.
your fabric thing is your thing.
Well, there's some
You're
that you've
awesome
done
at
that
it.
you...
Well, a couple of them. All right, this one I put into the challenge. What challenge was it for? It was one of the Hobbit challenges. This is Ghostly Mandala. This one is in on my radar to finish this year, which if I would have remembered, and the stupid thing is that all day long I kept hearing Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, but it didn't sink in, spooky 13, blah, 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 blah. But I did work on it for the challenge, and I put 200 stitches in, and I think I mostly worked over here, finished bringing this one up, and then I came back over, and because my goal was to finish pulling it across here, but that's literally all I have left. What would you say? I'm thinking maybe 700 stitches.
Maybe 1,000.
I mean, seriously, definitely 2 days, one good solid day
I would say
of stitching.
one good day, morning to night, you could get that
But
done.
I think I could pick this up because I think I could see this at the bus stop because it's 14.
That's dark.
I don't know. I just have to try it and see. The problem that I have is because I didn't photocopy the pattern. I'm using the pattern out of the book. And
Insert the Kermit face.
I know. So I don't know. But maybe I can get this one done. We'll see.
Did I work on this since our last video?
I'm pretty sure you did. I thought you did because we picked up the threads.
I'm going to show it anyway because it's here in the pile, and I know
I
I
thought
showed
you
it in
did.
the... No, I did because it was in my future plans.
Yes.
All right, so I worked on my night cafe. First I bobbinated because this bag has my pattern, my key, and everything in it. It lives in a folder because wasn't this a freebie that we got or something? Anyway, we have the PDF of it. So it lives in this bag. So all the threads were just chilling in here.
I know that we started it with Nicole, but I can't remember if it was a freebie or not.
Or she shared it, I can't remember. Anyway, point being, I worked on this for a challenge. And that is where I got to.
I was thinking that it was a freebie that was on the Haid site for a while. Like, you know how she would randomly just
On the
release
page,
on the
yeah.
page, on the Facebook page.
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. All right, so
Hold on a
if
second.
you have, no, don't pause it. It's all right. He knows that we're still working on it. If you
Okay.
hear interruptions, it's because the guys are getting home because they ran and done some errands for us this morning. So the last thing I worked on was my temperature Quaker, which again is Ella Stitch and Mommy, and she has an Etsy page if you guys are interested in it. So this is what it's going to look like. So each motif represents a month, and then the little motifs and the letters will be for the month of December. And I got mine caught up. I was 2 days behind. So I got mine caught up this morning, and I am absolutely loving the color palette.
She's playing serious Russian roulette right here.
I am down. I was one line. Hello.
Hello.
I was one line short. I didn't come down far enough with my city, which in counting it and everything, you'll love this too. So right here next to this one is where you start the F.
Mm-hmm.
So the second bar in the F will be one stitch away from the letter. I'm
thanks.
seriously cutting it close. So, but it's going to work. And I think since I already done that over here and I got it so close, I might go ahead and do the rest of the verbiage right there. And then that way it doesn't take away from any of the rest of the, and that'll be obviously when I get finished.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm loving the color palette. I finally, so today was the first day yesterday, because yesterday our high was 52. I got to open a new thread, which was 470, I believe.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, and today we're supposed to get to 55. What did I miss?
I sneeze.
Oh, bless you. So anyway, and this one will be my future plans too, to keep up with this every day.
No.
You're such a dork.
He sneezed into a pillow.
Hey, quiet.
Okay, this is why we love that. Okay, so I finally started my crown piece. Didn't I start this Monday night?
Yes.
Monday was a circus, and I just needed something new. So my last start to myself, because technically this would have been my 50th start, was my crown. So this is what it looks like. She found it for me on Etsy. And if you guys recall, I'm doing this fancy floss, and I'm going to do the word crown and the cray neck. So this is where I got to. And if you recognize the fabric, that's because you should. This was my pandemic fabric. And I loved it too much to not use it. And it fits the thread perfectly, fits me perfectly. Not to mention the thread is seriously KU colors. So.
Done and done.
Yes.
Gorgeous. I like the little dainty stitches.
20 count, I think.
Very cool. Very cool.
Definitely a piece that I can work on it in the living room, but I can read it better because we've got brighter lights in here.
So since you've got another one to show, I'm going to show a couple other things real quick.
Okay.
So this is where I'm at on my bauble, and she doesn't have her bauble because she's already got it packed away. But obviously I was doing some stained glass work because there's a lot of black. And then I was going to mention that as of last night, so this isn't what I've already done this morning, as of last night, 6,946 stitches is where I'm at for the month.
I'm
So,
a little over 6,000
halfway.
stitches.
Yeah. We got some good stitching time in while she was home.
She made a comment the other day that she doesn't know if I got everything that I had planned on doing while I was home done, but we got a lot of stitching done, and that is all I planned on doing.
You did. You did good.
Because I did not. My stitchy bug was present. She wanted to be out and playing, but we could not play and have good grades, so she had to be put aside for a little bit.
Yeah, you did great.
And it's going to stay that way for this semester too. So anyway, I worked on Jack and Sally. The page is almost done. When I get home, this thing is not traveling to Kansas. When I get home, I might make it a focus piece. We have some other plans that we've been talking about doing. So anyway, this is
So pretty. I love it.
His face, so anybody who's watched Nightmare Before Christmas knows that it's claymation. But this is the realistic of this is just...
It's going to be stunning when you get it
I
done.
love this so much.
Very pretty.
So, anyway.
Very
And my
pretty.
hopeless romantic dumbass
She gets
wants
it natural.
to just... I'm envious.
As you should be. All right, so my future plans, we've talked a little bit. Obviously, I'll continue doing my temperatures, and I will continue doing my owls.
And her finishing.
Yeah, and I think I talked about this last week or maybe the week before, but my word for 23 is finish. And I mean, as you can see,
We're
I
sticking
think
to
I'm
it.
making good progress. So I have to finish a project. Like, what did we say?
Every 6 days.
Every 5.5 to 6 days. So today is the 14th, and I have 3 done. So I'm doing okay.
She's sticking to it.
Stay on the
I
course.
didn't do a breakdown like that because I finished all the little stuff that I like, the dolphin and stuff like that. Like I said, I can finish Ghosts and Goblins in a few days. We were loosely talking about, so we both started spring fling.
It was in 20.
Was it in 20?
I'm pretty sure.
There's not a sticky note on it. That's why I don't know.
I don't know
What's
where
for
my
her
list
papers?
is.
I don't know where it is either. Somewhere.
My list is down there in that pile.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure we started him in 20.
I can't remember. All I know is that I want to little bluebird. We've been talking about making it a focus in March when I'm home and finishing it
To decorate for Easter.
Yes, because she did hers on 14 count, and then I dyed a bubblegum pink.
Yeah.
For mine.
So my mother-in-law had found. So her grandma, Preston's grandma, was a really big cross stitcher.
She'd be my great grandma, right?
Yeah, she would have been your great grandma. And she was a very avid cross stitcher. And Preston's mom had all of her stuff. And had her thread, had all of her Ada cloth, several of her pattern pieces and whatnot. And 3 or 4 years ago, we had went down for a visit, and she had gave us all that stuff. And one of the pieces of fabric in it was a piece of pink. And I thought,
it's almost a little bit more salmony than it is pink.
Yeah, a little bit. And I thought, what?
We don't stitch pink.
And then when we found that piece, it was like, oh my gosh, it was perfect size, everything. So she dyed her piece, and
I think it's
just
16, and it legit shrunk down to 18.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure mine's 14 count.
Yeah,
pretty
mine's
sure. It's a little. It's all specialty thread, and that rabbit is massive.
Yeah, he's all white. I haven't started him yet because I can't wash it.
Well, yeah, and you can't wash it because of the specialty threads either.
Well, we figured out that cold works, but
yeah,
I washed the pink, and I got water on it one day, and pink dye was on my pattern.
I think you're further along on it though than I am. I think so. I think you've got more of the binding and stuff done.
I know I have the bird's body done. I can't decide if I want to do the satin stitch or if I just want to fill it in normal.
I know I'm doing the rabbit last because.
Oh yeah, the rabbit's the last thing.
So.
No, I'm just trying to decide because, again, I don't like my satin stitches.
You do fine. You have a hair.
It's attached.
It's attached. And then I'm going to keep up with my challenges. I finished all the challenges this month for the Stitch into the Wild.
I have 8 more.
I have 2 more challenges for this week for the fandom stitching for the Hobbit, which I will work on my Quaker bees and my hearts and stitches. I did not realize that I didn't have all that thread.
She made the mistake of kitting up 2 projects in the same bag. She doesn't do that. I don't even do that.
So, anyway, I'm missing 4 colors from it. I'm missing a color for Field of Poppies, which I still don't know how that's possible.
Have you figured out where it is?
I cannot find it anywhere. I have no idea where I put it. It's 9/24. And I have used it somewhere because I've marked you know, that color off of the chart where I've stitched it.
Well, what's weird is that I have a 924 in my Simply Meant to Be, and Jack and Sally, whatever, and I have one from a Mill Hill kit. It's her handwriting, so it's one that she's done, and then I have a brand new skein that I bought, but
yeah, I have no idea.
Unless you did use off of mine.
I was thinking, I can't have but one if I didn't use off of the castle, because it's in the castle, is one of the blendings. It's one of the blendings for, I think it's for his body, for the dragon's body. I don't know. I just know that I'm going to get me a new one today. So, anyway, so we won't be back to you now until basically the middle of May, or excuse me, middle of March, because words mean things. So, I mean, it's literally going to be 2 months, isn't it? Because you're going
What
to
is today? The 14th?
Today's the 14th.
I'm flying home the night of the 10th.
Yeah.
Planning on it. So yeah.
So and we talked about coming to you like the day after she gets back and showing you everything we've worked on for this 2 months.
But I don't know if I'm going to be stitching again. This is going back because 2 of my classes have opened up. Yay! Yeah. My lucky ass does not have finals this semester, but I have papers.
It works.
I'd rather have papers than finals, honestly. But that being said, there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of notes, there's a lot of one class is hybrid, so
we don't know if we're going to come back though as soon as she gets back and then do another video like, you know, today.
I think we should do it like before I leave like this.
Just do one video and then come back to him in May when you come home for the summer. I don't know, we'll see. I guess you'll see when you see. I'm trying to do better about putting it on both of the Instagram. No, she does Instagram. Both of the Facebook pages.
I am trying to get her to do better about putting it on Instagram. Don't roll your eyes at me.
I love to get on Instagram and look at all the...
It's unfriendly to post. And every time I post something from my camera roll now, it has a black line down this one side. I have to take a picture through Instagram now.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So, have we covered everything? Did we leave something out?
Oh, wait. One of you guys commented on our excuse me, on our video from Monday. I cannot remember your name.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, you guys suggested me buying a Kona DMC from Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant idea.
Very much
I might entertain it.
Very much so.
But I was actually going through the pattern.
That would be a really good idea for, help me out, Hannah Lynn.
Oh, yeah, your April Fairy.
The April Fairy, my love letter. I have that one. And she
Night
has...
Cafe.
And Morgan. Is it Morgan?
No, she does not have a lot of black, but I would need to get the... There's a crap ton of... a crap ton of... I think it's like a bright 900 color in the sky.
Oh.
And I could also 939 is... There's a crap ton of 939 in my Deep Ocean also.
I've got a bunch of 939 in Aries. And 823.
I don't know if they do cones of all the... It's Amazon, so God only knows what's on Amazon.
You might be able to...
Anyway, brilliant idea. I didn't think of that, but I was looking at the pattern. There's actually a ton of 939 mixed in there too, because I can't... Hello. $37.99. And I cannot get away from that color. It is in literally every pattern I stitch. So.
Right. All right. Well, I guess we will bid them adieu. If we don't have anything else, look at this. We got in under an hour.
Yeah, last week's was, or not last week, hello. This last one was about an hour.
It's a little over, yeah. All right, so we're going to get, so we can finish getting her packing, and we got to make a grocery run. And
I have a really early morning flight tomorrow because I'm one of those maniacs. So.
Yeah, we're cheap. We'd rather save money on airfare than spend money on cross-stitch craft and thread.
Food.
So, yeah. All right. So we're good?
I think so.
We remembered everything?
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. Well, we will be back to irritate you on, let's say, mid-March. So watch for us in mid-March. And like I said, I will try to post it on the page as soon as we get it done. And keep following us on Instagram and Facebook for our progress and whatnot and what we get done.
I might not post much on our, on our Instagram or Facebook page because I don't normally post progress unless I finish something.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I have some finishes
I'm not planning on taking anything.
that can be finished.
No.
Okay.
I'm only going to take one or for sure 2.
Well, then you'll just have to watch me blow everything up.
That's fine.
in
I'm
your
going to take
days.
my temperatures and Arctic Blast. I don't know if I'm taking anything else.
Okay.
I was going to take the Hedgehog Sal. The latest one came out. Oh my gosh, he's adorable.
He's super cute. I told her that she should name him Picasso.
Oh, he kind of looks like a Van Gogh. He's a little...
Van Gogh didn't have that hat. Van
No,
Gogh
that's
actually
true.
had
Picasso did have the...
Van Gogh's hat, when he wore one, actually it looked more like a fedora.
It did, yeah.
So.
Anyway, he's super cute. He's a little painter hedgehog. He's adorable.
He's cute. That's why he should be Picasso.
Yeah. He does look like Picasso a
He
little
does.
bit.
Pablo. His name is Pablo.
Anyway.
All right. Well, we will wish you a good week and a good few months, and wish you good stitching, and we will see you when we see you.
Yep.
And is that it?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Take care of you guys yourself, and just remember,
Be kind. Bye.
Bye.